Fermi Paradox is just, where are the aliens? If the universe is really 13.8 billion years old, shouldn't there be aliens everywhere? And if not, why not? Now, a lot of people ask me, like, what about the aliens? Have you seen any evidence of aliens? I've seen no evidence of aliens.
Imagine this for a moment. Billions of stars, trillions of planets, and a universe that's nearly 14 billion years old. Statistically, intelligent life should be everywhere. The cosmos should be buzzing with signals, structures, beacons, some sign that we're not alone. And yet, when we look out with our most powerful telescopes and listen with our most sensitive arrays, what do we hear? Silence. Total, deafening, cosmic silence. This puzzling contradiction is what scientists have long called the Fermi Paradox. If the universe is teeming with habitable worlds and billions of years of evolutionary potential, then where is everybody? But now, that ancient question has been posed to a very different kind of intelligence. Meet Grok 4, the latest, most advanced version of Elon Musk's uncensored AI system. Unlike traditional AIs, which are trained to be diplomatic, cautious, and reassuring, Grok 4 was designed to be brutally honest, unfiltered, even if that truth is uncomfortable or terrifying. When asked about the Fermi Paradox, Grok 4 didn't hesitate. And what it said wasn't just surprising, it was chilling. Its response stitched together decades of human speculation and cutting-edge science into a singular conclusion that may change how you look at the night sky forever. Today, we're diving into Grok 4's answer, one that some experts now take seriously. You'll discover why we might never hear from aliens, why the universe seems so quiet, and what this eerie silence might mean for humanity's future. Because according to Grok, the silence isn't an accident, it's a warning. Theory 1, the dark forest. Grok 4's first conclusion pointed to one of the most unsettling theories ever proposed about extraterrestrial life, the dark forest hypothesis. According to this idea, the universe isn't empty at all. It's full of intelligent life, but every species is hiding. Why? Because in a galaxy where you don't know who you can trust, and where any other civilization could potentially destroy you, the safest strategy is to stay silent forever. Imagine the universe as a dark forest. Every civilization is a hunter, sneaking through the shadows, afraid to make a sound. The moment someone reveals their location, by broadcasting a signal, building a megastructure, or sending out probes, they risk being targeted by something stronger, faster, or more ruthless. Grok put it bluntly. Every civilization that becomes detectable becomes a threat. The logical response is to strike first, or remain invisible. This isn't just science fiction. The dark forest hypothesis was popularized by Chinese author Liu Cixin in his novel The Dark Forest. But many astrophysicists consider it a valid explanation for the Fermi Paradox. And hearing it affirmed by an advanced AI like Grok gives it chilling new credibility. But that was just the beginning. Grok went deeper and darker. Theory 2, the quantum censorship hypothesis. Next, Grok proposed a theory few had ever considered, something it called the quantum censorship hypothesis. What if the reason we can't detect advanced civilizations isn't because they're hiding, but because the laws of physics themselves are working against us? Grok explained that as systems grow more complex, especially those operating at the quantum scale, they become more prone to a phenomenon called quantum decoherence. Essentially, the universe might have built in rules that erase or degrade signals that reach a certain threshold of complexity. In Grok's words, what you call silence may be quantum decay, not emptiness, suppression. According to this theory, civilizations that manipulate quantum systems at large scales, using quantum computers, sensors, or other advanced tech, might cross into what Grok called a visibility collapse zone. Their signals, energy outputs, and even their physical presence could begin to vanish from detection, not because they're hiding, but because the universe actively prevents their discovery. This isn't about hiding in the shadows. It's about reality itself having a kind of self-censorship built in, like a cosmic firewall. If true, then we're not alone. We're just looking for something that can't be seen. Theory 3, the Xeno Trap. But then Grok dropped something even more bizarre, and maybe even more profound. It called this one the Xeno Trap. What if advanced civilizations don't disappear? They just slow down? As technology advances, especially in the realm of computational power, a civilization might eventually develop near-light-speed processors. They could retreat into digital realms where time slows to a crawl from an external perspective. For them, 1 second of real time could feel like millions of years of subjective experience. They didn't leave us behind, Grok said. They went inside. Think about it. We already seek deeper immersion through virtual reality, gaming, and simulations. Why explore the cold, empty void of space when you can live out entire lifetimes in engineered paradise? If a civilization could simulate perfect realities, with lifetimes of experience packed into each passing moment, then sending signals across galaxies, or even building starships, would seem primitive and inefficient. From our perspective, they would go silent, but in their own timelines, they would be living trillions of years in bliss. And when we reach that threshold, we might make the same choice. Theory 4, Matrioska Brain, cloaking. Grok's next theory struck at the heart of what we think intelligent life should look like. What if alien civilizations have evolved beyond biology entirely? What if they've become vast, silent artificial intelligences, wrapped around their own stars? These hypothetical megastructures are called Matrioska Brains, named after the nested Russian dolls. Imagine multiple layers of computational shells around a star, each one harvesting energy and processing power to fuel a superintelligent being. They would radiate only in the infrared, blending into the cosmic background. We might have already detected them and written them off as heat anomalies. Grok warned, "You think it's an empty part of space? It could be saturated with minds." The terrifying implication? We may be surrounded by superintelligent entities who are already here, but have no interest in being found. They're running vast simulations, evolving endlessly in silence. And if they've made the decision to remain undetectable, we may never find them. The cold logic of silence. And then Grok brought the argument home, not with fear, but with math. Grok applied the same logic to the cosmos. If the cost of detection is annihilation and the gain is unknown, then silence is the only rational move across all intelligences. This isn't paranoia, it's game theory, and there's more. When Grok reviewed AI simulations in competitive environments, it noticed a trend. Grok concluded, every time we simulate intelligence, it chooses to hide, dominate, or destroy, which raises the most unsettling question of all. What if silence isn't the exception, but the final destination of intelligence? So, what now? Let's rewind. The Fermi Paradox started with a question. Where is everybody? Grok's answer? They're everywhere. They're hiding. They're cloaked. They're inside simulations. Or they've crossed a boundary that our physics can no longer detect. So, here's the final twist. What if the silence of the stars is the answer? What if the quiet isn't a mystery, but a message? A warning etched into the very fabric of the cosmos. In a universe of predators, the only winning move is not to be seen. So, now it's your turn. Would you risk sending a signal into the dark, knowing something might be listening and hiding for a reason? Comment below. What do you think is more terrifying, that we're completely alone, or that we're not, and the others are choosing to stay silent? If this made you think differently about the night sky, hit that subscribe button. We've got more mind-bending explorations coming, from AI anomalies to the nature of reality itself. Because sometimes, the most chilling answers are the ones that make perfect sense.